Good morning. Welcome to the e-Resource with your Minnesota Association of Realtors. My name is Chris Galler. This morning we're going to talk about the first-time home buyer credit and trying to get it extended. Yep, NAR, state association, and local associations are all going to work now and start to coordinate now that we're getting down to the final months for extending the first-time home buyer tax credit. In the marketplace right now, we have a number of members who have said that there are concerns by consumers who may be rushing into properties trying to close before the November 30th. That's a reason probably to look at extending it, if not for a year, maybe for a few months, so that people that are in the process can certainly purchase the best values for their own situation instead of just buying a house. The second is expansion to all consumers. There's great discussion about whether or not this should be expanded, not just to first-time home buyers, but to all home buyers. And the second piece of that is whether or not we should increase the dollar amount of the credit that's in the marketplace. All of those kinds of decisions have pluses and minuses on it. One thing we need to ask is, has the program worked? And the answer is a resounding yes. In Minnesota, the numbers are up. We've seen a good pop since the transactions, or since consumers found out that this incentive was available. January transactions started to speed up a little bit, but once the program was announced in March and there was no payback, we've seen good activity on properties throughout the state, especially in the metro area, but throughout the state where first-time home buyers are taking advantage of it. It's better to get the money in the hands of consumers than it is to keep it in the hands of banks or government officials for that matter. The second part of this is, beyond that fact that first-time home buyers are in the marketplace, they're also getting rid of the inventory we need to rid the market of, and that is lender-mediated properties. First-time home buyers are not buying $800,000 homes for the most part. They're buying the $250,000 and below homes. They're going in, they're fixing them up, they're stabilizing communities. It also, the $8,000 provides an equity guard against lower home prices. If indeed they slide another 1 or 1.5%, they've got $8,000 of equity built into the home. That's good for us longer term. There is a bill right now that has been introduced. Representative Walz, Tim Walz from Minnesota, the Southern District, the 1st District, has been co-sponsor of that bill. It is H.R. 1993. We put a link on the screen for you so you can look it up. There's about 44 legislators that have signed on to it, so we still need a number of people to sign on. Much like other legislation, there is things you can do. First piece, get a hold of your elected officials. Contact them, let them know by letter, phone call, or personal contact that you'd like to see it extended as we move forward. Give firm examples of how it has helped your clients in the marketplace, that without that they wouldn't have been able to purchase. Get your clients involved. Your buyers are the best testimony, even those buyers that have already closed on properties, to say, if it wasn't for the $8,000, I wouldn't be a homeowner today. Right now, interest rates are good. Homes are down. They're very affordable. It's a good time for people to get into properties. Understand the concerns of Congress. They have a large budget deficit, and the first thing they don't want to do is set up a program that goes on into Foreverville. And that is, at what point in time do you close this program off? We need to address them and let them know that real estate and the new construction business that goes along with an expanding housing market provides lots of jobs. And that's the best kinds of economic recovery that anybody knows of, and that is people having a job is the best economic recovery. With that, watch closely as the National Association starts to ramp up for this. We're not giving it a loud blast at this point because we don't want buyers to sit on the fence. We want them to make good decisions, but we don't want them to just lull around wondering if they're going to get more into the future. Passage will require both member and client support. There's no guarantee it's going to pass if your clients wonder, oh, they're talking about it's going to for sure happen. There is no guarantee. There's a large budget deficit and they should be aware of it. And we need you to let the President and Congress know that we'd like to see this expanded. Watch again for our future videos. We'll have a lot more information about this as well as calls for action. With that, thank you for tuning in today. We'll look forward to talking to you next week.